Hello, everyone. I am going to start this off with an apology. I lost some time, partly due to the elections, um, partly due to some technical glitches that I had with my phone, that I was not able to record videos anymore. So I lost a Tuesday and a Thursday, a whole week. The last week, I wasn't able to send you anything, and I think even the Thursday before that was when my phone started acting up, and I didn't have a way to record a video. So profuse apologies. I was really determined to keep the Tuesday Thursday plan going. The rest of this video is about the last blog post that you saw, which was enough and good enough. And basically, this is where I began to talk, began at least to realize for myself the importance of radical self acceptance and essentially of realizing that there is no part of me that I should be pushing away, because everything about me is a manifestation of the divine. So this is the place where we begin to talk about self-love and we how we are so much better in many senses of in giving love to others, and so bad about giving love to ourselves. So you should pay attention maybe tomorrow when you listen to this video, and the day after, or just pay attention to the dialogue that's going on in your head. I noticed once that in the time that it took me to get into an elevator and walk to my office, I had already said about 10 or 15 negative things about myself to myself, from comparing the way I was dressed to the way someone else in the elevator was dressed, and how they were so much better put together, about how I was, just assuming that they were better organized, and how I was terrible at being organized. Just a whole bunch of stuff that was comparative, with people I didn't even know, and but I was using that as a way to put myself down. It is, if you watch some of my earlier videos before the webinar, there is a sense in which you want to keep yourself small. So the self criticism plays a role in sort of controlling how much we grow, because we are terrified of really shining our full light in the world. We've been taught from the time we're very young that we do not shine our light in the world. That, especially for women, the idea is to dim your light, right? Don't be too obvious. Don't be out there. Don't talk too much. Don't be too loud. Don't laugh too loud. This seems particularly relevant right now, but in the United States at least. But the point is that we are constantly we are doing it to ourselves as well. So we've been taught that there's been some conditioning, and from a very small age, we learn to stop thinking well of ourselves, because there is so much that we are told that is not good about us. We don't spell well, we don't write well, we don't dress well, we don't speak well enough, we don't get good enough grades. There are so many things that we are told that we are not good enough about. And there's very little building up for a lot of us. I mean, for some of us, it's very extreme, and there is severe abuse and a real beating down of the spirit. But along the spectrum throughout, we tend to do this to our children as well, to sort of, you know, suppress them to a certain extent, and not let them be wild, and not let them be as imaginative as they could be. So it's something that we are constantly doing, and so all of us have a lot of work to do to build ourselves back up, and to build that little child in ourselves back up, and let him or her know that they're extremely valuable, that they're amazing contributions to society. Because what happens is that the way life works is what we get back from the world. You can think about life as a mirror. So if you are constantly putting yourself down, then you are going to have experiences from the world that reflect that, because this is a part of you that needs to be healed. So what life is doing is it's constantly showing you, this is what you think of yourself. So stop it and really turn inward and learn to build yourself up. So every instance we have of feeling disempowered from the outside is something to be grateful for, because it's showing us where we are disempowered inside, where we are disempowering ourselves, and how we are disempowering ourselves inside. When we get to a space, excuse me, where we are fully in love with ourselves, and not to say that we are perfect. That's the whole idea of radical self-acceptance. But that we are absolutely fine with the way we are, with all of our flaws, with all of the mistakes that we have made in life. With all of that, if you are able to love yourself, knowing everything, facing all of those inner judgmental things that you have, and one by one opening your heart to them, and bringing that person who feels ashamed, that little part of you that feels ashamed of that particular action or that particular statement, or job loss or money loss or whatever it is that is helping to make you feel less. The work of our lifetime is to open our hearts and bring all of those aspects of us that we think are not good enough right into our hearts, and hold those aspects in there and love them to death. Once we do that, what happens is that we become really comfortable in our skin. And once we become really comfortable in our skin, we see that reflected. And it is the work of a lifetime. So you will work on yourself, get some of the healing done, and you'll see that reflected back. And then there'll be another level that you have to go to, and then another level. So there is always more to do for us, but you will begin to see that as you learn to love yourself, then the world begins to love you. So hope that helps. Once again, apologies for the delay and for the break in my emails to you. I really hope these are helping. I'm enjoying doing these. I never thought I would enjoy doing videos so much, but I do. So really hope it helps you, and would love to hear from you about what you think about what I said. Hit reply to the email that the video came in, and then let's chat about what you think about it. Okay, take care.